How's it going, guys? Weird bug. I left my raid. It's not letting me put together a party. You aren't in a party. What does that even mean? Dude, I love this soundtrack. It's so good. Not working. Ubers, huh? Yes. You guys having a good Christmas Eve? Christmas Eve? WoW bug is catching on. Who else is it? What's going on, Dreyfus? I am the guy who... I don't really hum old school Nintendo games. I don't do much humming. People say I hum, but actually it's very... not very often that I hum. I'm usually mouth open singing. You got my message about scheduling the Mega Man? Yeah. I won't be... my plane doesn't even land until 6 p.m. I was wanting to do the Mega Man 3, but that's at 7. And then I'm not a late nighter, so that I would not do well, especially showing up on the East Coast. I'm humming now, actually. I usually hum on stream and sing on video. Yes, this is a private server. A level 60 classic WoW server. I love it. And the guild apparently loves it too, because we have a lot of people playing, even on holidays. So, right now, I am in a group for Upper Blackrock Spire, which is a 10-man raid, group raid thing. Thank you for your Arthas tears. I appreciate that. And the reason I'm going is because I need the shield off the last boss, but I also need... there's a special summonable boss there that one of our healers is going to summon and he drops some really good stuff. Like, really good stuff. In fact, let me look here. Upper Blackrock Spire. Lord Valthalak, he's the summonable boss. He drops the Ironweave Helm, which is really good for casters. What I am here for is, where is it? That's actually really good neck. That shield is better than mine. And it's the caster shield. I'd take it. What does it look like? Looks pretty much exactly like mine. Yeah. So actually this guy doesn't have a whole lot of tank loot. In fact, at all. Oh well. I'll go anyways. I need the shield off the last boss. Yes, this is the Ocarina of Time soundtrack. I love it. That's what I started my channel doing. Yeah, this server's free to play. There's quite a few players. Not as many as some of those like insanely zerged servers, but we have, you know, we have a guild full of, how many accounts do we have? Our guild has 624 accounts, and that's after a mass purge. 811 actual characters. So, yeah. But yeah, if you're interested in playing on the server, I have a link under my stream if you want to join, and everyone has an open invite to the guild. Our guild is called Smooth McGuild, named after yours truly. And we actually do a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of people level. A lot of people are leveling. We did a ZG the other night and a Molten Core earlier, and it was successful. We just didn't get the last two bosses down because we didn't have enough materials to summon those last two bosses to douse the runes, if you're familiar with that. The first video you saw was Astral Observatory. Dude, I love that song. I love Astral Observatory. The whole Majora's Mask soundtrack is awesome. It's good. Old good WoW, yeah. I think classic WoW is great because it was stripped down. It was still epic. Everything you did felt epic. Nothing was just given to you at all. Daily quests didn't exist yet, so if you wanted to do things, you went out and did them on your own accord. I love it. It's good. Can you join with literally zero WoW experience? Of course, yeah. This was the original iteration of WoW. This is classic WoW, and so it's a great introduction to this if you're into RPGs. The only thing I will say about this game is that it favors the people with a lot of free time. I don't have the most free time lately, but luckily I did a lot of playing before I started my YouTube channel and everything, so I've got a few level 60 characters who have decent gear. So I log on and play these guys. So if you have a lot of free time, especially during Christmas break or whatever, it's a good way to kill time. It's a fun game, though. I like RPGs in general. Looks like we need 2 more. Playing Rift. Yeah, I've heard a lot of mixed stuff about that game. I'm not one to just jump into MMOs anymore unless I just really want to. And a game like Rift didn't sound appealing to me enough to where I wanted to play it. Especially, yeah, MMOs are something you kind of got to get into. You can't just like pop on an MMO every once in a while unless you just don't really care about it and you're more into the social aspect. But yeah, I tend to get into MMOs pretty heavily when I get into them. But I haven't really got into this extremely heavily just because I don't have the luxury of the time unless I just want to quit what I'm doing outside of this. So we need 2 more. Looks like we're good on healers. Probably need another tank. Oh my gosh. What's happening? Burning ground. So yeah, it's Christmas Eve. Thought I'd do a little bit of streaming before I do the festivities tonight. This guy is multi-boxing, as you can see. If you're not familiar with multi-boxing, it's where you have a bunch of accounts being played at once, and usually controlled by one account, like your own. And you have all these guys macroed up, to where whenever you hit keybinds, they do things. So you can actually be very powerful. The only detriment to having all these accounts running is it's a little taxing on your system, and you have to set it all up, which is very time-consuming. But once you get it going, and if you have all the characters, like this guy has all these 60s, he is actually... he's able to run like 5-man dungeons, and I hear even like Upper Blackrock Spire, Lower Blackrock Spire by himself, which is pretty awesome. He's kind of he's like the only multi-boxer I've seen on this server. But yeah. But this being a free-to-play server, that's a little bit more feasible because you don't have to pay for each one of these copies of WoW. You don't have to pay each of these accounts $15 a month. So this is free, which is awesome. Play remixes of the Ocarina of Time soundtrack. I'm not really into remixes, like playing other people's remixes, not even my remixes. Like I want to play the original. That's why like my remixes, my acapella remixes are as close to the original as possible because I respect that. I want them to sound as close to the original as possible. Because that's what I like. I think remixes are fun to listen to and fun to mess around with, but like I'm always partial to the original game soundtrack. So that's my take on it. I think remixes are neat, and especially they're a fun process for the creator. Like for me, like it's really fun to like arrange a video game song and then like redo it, and that's fun. It's a lot of fun for me. But I don't. It's not like I want to go listen to my remix all the time. I do it and put it out there because I know other people enjoy it. But for me, I'm always partial to the original. And that's, I don't know, like, I've had, every once in a while someone's like, you're not expanding on the original work. It's like, I don't want to expand on the original work. The original work is amazing. Just listen to it. Why would I want to do anything to this? I'm just going to pay tribute to it by doing my version of it. And that's my take. It's really fun as a creator to do that. So... and I try to, make mine sound as high quality as possible, and again, as close to the original. Sometimes I'll beef up the arrangement a little bit, but it's not to like add anything. It's just to like, it's usually just to make whatever the composer was doing more. I don't even know how you put it. More powerful, I guess. Yeah. No, I know about remasters. It's where you take away the original MIDI sounds and you add your orchestral sounds. And to me, it's the same thing. It's like, why would I listen to that? Like, as I was talking to a guy the other day. I was talking to maybe it was a while ago. I was talking to Chris from ONING, the animator. We were talking about the Final Fantasy VII thing that they re-released it on Steam, but it's all MIDI sounds, and it kind of sucks because it's like it's not the original sound chip. And then someone was like, "Oh, but you can put in this remastered version. It's all orchestral and it's way higher quality." But I went and listened to it, and it's like, for the most part, I don't like it as much. It doesn't have the original power of the PlayStation chip sounds, and to me, it just sounds weaker. It sounds like listening to some weak orchestra play. Like a not really. It doesn't sound human. It doesn't sound, So that's my take. There are some really good remasters out there, like for instance, people that put a lot of time into remastering stuff. I think it's great. And one thing I will say this: I love orchestral, like an actual orchestra playing songs that I love. Like for instance, this not this song. Well, maybe they do. Yeah, they do this song. The Hyrule Symphony. I think it's like a Japanese orchestra that like took an entire orchestra and got together and then just like played these songs, and they're remixed a little bit, but I love that because that's as legit as you get, you know, having an actual orchestra playing it, not an orchestral remix, some guy sitting on his computer and dragging notes around and stuff, but an actual orchestra playing it. I think that's awesome, and I listen to those because there's just nothing like real string instruments. I love it. So that's an exception. And like really good, you know, guitar, bass, drums, vocals, remix, whatever. That's fun to listen to. But it's still hard for me to even like prefer those over the original. It's really hard. They have to be so good. And some of those orchestral remixes are that good. Some of them, not all of them. Blasphemy to call a MIDI orchestra. Yeah, that's not an orchestral. An orchestral version of a song is an actual orchestra, like playing it. I think that's epic. Like actual live instruments playing, you know, a song, like paying tribute. That's cool. Yeah, honestly, I really do not like orchestral remasters unless they're an actual orchestra playing it, because you can just tell. You can tell it's not a real orchestra playing, and it's always a letdown. Because after hearing actual orchestras playing like Ocarina of Time, Shining Force songs, Final Fantasy songs, especially like legit orchestras, oh, there's just nothing like that, because it's like the dynamics of the humans actually playing those instruments. Oh, it's so good. And you hear the imperfections, but you also hear like the things that you can't do with you know, in recording programs. One guy doing notes and stuff. I'm gonna have a blast at MagFest. Yeah, I'll try to stop by your thing, by your event, and at least watch someone play some Mega Man. I have no idea what's going to be going on. I've been talking to people that are going, and I'm going to try to hook up with as many people while I'm there, just so I can hang out with people that I've been talking to. So I have no idea what my schedule's going to be like. There's an event that first night that I'm going to, and but yeah, it's I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm just gonna try to chill out the whole time, hang out with people, watch some events. I have a panel. I think it's on Friday. I'm not even sure what it's gonna be. I think I'll start it off as like a Q&A, and then I'll go into like I'll ask questions to the audience to see what they think and get answers, because that'll be a good opportunity to do that. When downloading this server, you do not need to download anything but just the torrent or the direct link from Google Drive. That's all you need to download. You don't have to install anything. You're just downloading a folder. That's it. So. The difference between a real orchestra and a computerized one is imperfection. Kind of. But also, like, a real orchestra, you can be so much more dynamic because you actually have people interacting in real time and playing together in real time, and it just sounds so organic and natural, and you do get those imperfections in there, but you also have just the dynamics. You're happy to hear this music? Me too. This soundtrack always gets me in a good mood. It was just such a light-hearted, awesome. I don't know. Just really like it. It's like this soundtrack reminds me of simpler times when, you know, You're younger, sitting in front of your N64, and nothing really matters but that. Alrighty. Illusion's playing Final Fantasy 14. Waiting for Corecraft, as am I. I think a lot of people are. So yeah, off topic. I walked outside earlier to take out the trash, and all the ice is melting. I stepped in mud, and it's everywhere now. I'll clean it up when it dries. It's easier that way. Vacuum it. Cleaning up wet mud off a carpet is disgusting. Usually, like, all it does, unless you scrub for hours, like, just gets it in further. So, from my experience, it's easier to let the mud dry, and then vacuum over it, then clean it, then vacuum over it. Xenoblade? Yes. Epona song. Yep, this is a private server. A very good one. A very good private server. Ballad of the Windfish with the 9 instruments that was played with in game. I think I saw a video of some guy doing something like that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab something real quick. Blackrock Spire. Yeah. So, while we wait for people to show up here, I'm gonna try some homemade tamales. They're burning hot. Wow. Yeah, this server's called Valkyrie WoW. There's a link to it under the stream if you're interested in joining our guild. You know, I'm curious. I wonder if anyone has seen me stream and decided to join this server but played Horde instead. Really curious about that. If you join the server, you'd probably make a horde character. Well, have fun. Have fun. Dungeon theme from Zelda 2? Yeah, a lot of people have suggested that one. It's a good one. I'll eventually do it. It's a good song. When do Pally stop being so hard to level? In Classic, leveling a Pally is all about having a giant two-hander and just auto-attacking. That's it. My friend who invited me to Classic private servers like this, the last one and this one, he leveled his Pally from 1 to 60 back in Vanilla Classic, and he would just start auto-attacking a mob and alt-tab. You know, tab back in about 30 seconds later, go up to another mob, auto attack, alt tab, read stuff. That's how you level as a paladin, a rep paladin. You could go holy and heal groups. You could go prot and AoE multiple mobs down. The only tank? This could be bad. Oh, I love this song. Alright, so I just found out I'm the only tank in this Ubers group. This is gonna be interesting. I'm the only tank. That means I'm responsible for all this stuff. My gear isn't the best. And I'm also streaming, which means and eating tamales. An instant. We have 3 priests. Yes. Perplex just made cookies. I really like the taste of the floor on my gnome. Yeah. Sunslayer thinks he might. He called me. Turns out it was not your fault. Or my fault. Someone jumped down too late during the Rin Blackhand event and pulled a bunch of groups. So, it wasn't as I thought. My fault for answering the phone. Song, man. This whole soundtrack. Yeah, someone basically Leroyed. These cookies look good. They are good. The only ingredients in these are organic peanut butter, chocolate chips, coconut sugar, and vanilla? Is that it? I think that's it. This song, dude, Ganon be flexing, yep. Getting serious, guys. Ganon, man. That tower, yeah, dude. God, this game's good. This would be a fun game to play on stream. Because I have it on my 3DS. The remastered version, whatever, updated. I haven't even played it yet. Maybe when I feel like taking a break from streaming this, I'll play through a big RPG like that. The only problem about that is, it's all I'm going to want to do. I'm not going to want to do anything else. Like, when I get into RPGs, that's why I haven't finished any on stream, hardly. Because when I get into them, that's all I want to do is keep playing them. Day by day after day. And when I take a day or two break from a big RPG, I kind of lose, like, the momentum, the feel of it, you know? It doesn't take that long. It'd take me longer. I haven't beat it as many times as you, Sloan. Quick fact, I didn't actually beat Ocarina of Time whenever it came out. Sloan Slater's the one who beat it, and I watched him play it. And I didn't actually go back and beat it until recently. You can beat it in a day if you want to, I know, but I don't have the skills. It's not like A Link to the Past where I just have that game memorized. I don't have that game memorized. I have the music memorized. That's what I should do. I should have Sloan over, and he streams it. He sits here and plays Ocarina of Time like a master, while I watch and learn. I've watched a bunch of speedrunners play Zelda 64, but they usually glitch out stuff, and whenever they start doing the glitching thing, I lose them, you know. This music is not from WoW, no. This is Ocarina of Time soundtrack. Zelda Ocarina of Time, right here. Except it's the Nintendo 64 version, not this one. Does this one have the same exact music? Like, or did the sound chip change enough to where it sounds different? I don't know. Could you join my guild? Of course. We have our first G invite of the day, I think. Maybe we had one earlier. So welcome to the guild, Sawyerdan. You are a mage. Yeah, I've seen many people glitch out Ocarina of Time. And Wind Waker, too. Do I straighten my hair? No, I would never go. I would never do that. I'm a very low maintenance person. I don't do things that are not required of me, that I don't feel are valuable. To me, straightening my hair was not valuable because it's already very straight. Alright, let's do this. This is good music for this. This gauntlet event. Oh, I feel pumped up now. Oh man, the song ended. Now it's gonna be... Someone invite Sariod to the guild. I can't invite him. Welcome to the guild in advance, Sariod. Yeah. Oh, I don't have my hunter here to skin. Defilers. Oh, it's getting serious. Dude, this song. This song is serious. Seriously, serious. Oh man, I'm sad the soundtrack's almost over. When this song comes on, the soundtrack's almost over. But it's a good end, man. This is good. I want this song to be playing while we're fighting Nefarian when we do BWL. I'm gonna turn this song on while we're fighting this man, except in his true dragon form. Sorry guys, I can't look at chat too much. This is a gauntlet. Should have aligned with Rend spawn. That would have been nice. This song is so good. This should have been playing when we're in spawn. This song right here. Let's do a fear. Man, it's so different listening to this soundtrack versus like a Final Fantasy soundtrack because they're like 4 hours long. This one ends so quickly. Oh, Zelda. Simple games, short soundtracks, but they're amazing. Ah, this song is so good. Here we go. Here comes Rend. Well, not yet. Pretty soon. While this song plays. Concentrate so much when I'm tanking compared to whenever I'm huntering. I can basically sit there and auto attack and spam aim shot, whatever. Talking to you guys. And on this, I'm like listening to the music and getting into it. Trying to keep aggro on these guys. Do we get any things? Any things? dude, this song. It's like, you know, when you beat a game and they always have a song that plays like this, and you just like, it reminds you of the feeling of like how awesome it is to play through that game and beat it, but also how sad you are because you like the world is over. Like, that's it. Like, you know, there's no more unless you just choose to go and play the game again. Frozen. Probably turn him away from the group, shouldn't I? So he doesn't breathe on everyone. Can you tell I haven't been tanking this boss? Oh, Rind, no, you come here. Yes. Oh, my disarm missed. The Battleborn arm braces. Those are amazing for plate DPS. And healing boots. And an Naxxramas helm for a cloth wearer. You like how I pulled without saying anything? It was to test the group, to see how ready people are. How adaptable. Not really. I'm doing that just because I don't want this dungeon to last 18 hours. 18-hour dungeons are no fun. Poor... Oh, you got pigged. You got pigged. Summoned Black Hand veteran. Come here. These pulls are harder. Come here. Come here. Oh no! Last stand. Well, that soundtrack's over. Well, you know what's next, right? Believe we have a poll here. Yes, I knew it. Okay, now let's turn this on. Perfect follow-up to Ocarina of Time. Come here. Oh, it's so hard to see in these tunnels. These weird hallways. Assassin, you get off of Malty. Malty's the one that came and helped me with Uldaman the other day, last week. When I was running Sloan Slater. I'm getting more used to my keybinds on this guy. Oh no. You like how the music got horribly creepy? Right when, like, they pulled an extra group? Oh, he parried mine. It was like perfect timing for the music to turn creepy. My soundtrack bug out? What's going on? Okay, there we go. That was weird. Alright, 1 minute, guys. I'll be right back. Looks like there's a memory leak going on here. That means we must close it out and redo it. Yeah. PC is best console. PC is the most dynamic console and the most powerful one. But lots of games don't get released on PC. Come here, beast. Feel the sting of my arrow. Oh man, that's no good. I'm gonna shield wall for this guy. I don't want to die. No! What? Why did that happen? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, guys. Guys. Whoa! Alright. Okay, so it's alright. It's like nothing even happened. Except my my shield wall cooldown is used. The soundtrack is nightmare fuel. It's definitely a little bit weirder than Ocarina of Time. I will say this though. The soundtrack I'm listening to has massive pauses in between the songs. There we go. Okay. This is bad. Come here. Don't run away. Run to me. Run to me. Double Blood Moon Cloak. The weirdest item. Can anyone skin the boss? Looks like bulk. Nope. No skinners with high enough level. I can on my hunter. So we're about to do the optional boss. The exciting one. This boss is only summonable if you have the item that summons him, which you get from a quest line. A very long quest line. Wish I was here on my hunter. Could have skinned him and gotten the pristine hide of the beast. Instead, I just get to walk around under him. Twilight Princess? I can't see how you'd hate that game. It was so good. It was a great Zelda game. Have I ever wanted to make an RPG? Yeah, and I've actually worked on music for 2 RPGs before. Neither of them came into being. Twilight Princess felt too much like Ocarina of Time 2.0. To me, it just felt like another great Zelda game. No one's sheeping or anything? Interesting. Making an RPG using RPG Maker, I think it's so limited. It's great though. I mean, it's great for a first experience, and I've known people that have used it over the years. RPG Maker is it's a great start. Let's go ahead and pull this group. Oh no, it pulled the other two. Bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. Oh, this is not so good, not so good. Here. We're all still alive. You said live streaming is healthy for finishing video games? Not for me. It's been like the opposite. When I play a game not on stream, I get really absorbed into it and I'm like in my own world, you know? When I stream, it's like I'm not in my own world. I'm interacting with chat while playing a game, and it feels not like I did when I was a kid playing games. It's a whole different thing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Wait, acts for me anyways. Wait, feels to me. Because if I streamed like I played games by myself, I would not look anywhere but the screen. I would probably never do anything with my face. It would probably stay the same. And it would probably be very boring to watch. Shoot that guy. RPG Maker's a great like intro to making video games. It's not like you don't make a pro game on RPG Maker. You just don't. It's like a good start training tool, or if you just don't want to be too serious about making it. Best way to make a game is to code it or get an engine, code around that. man. Resisted my taunt. Of course you did. Oh no. What happened? Server froze. AoE him down, huh? So many resisted taunts. Man, I really hope the shield drops. It's like the best one. Till Epic Town. Oh man, he's all the way in Ironforge. Should have camped him. Should have camped him here. Yep, this song is very hopeless sounding. I'm glad you liked Sticker Brush Symphony. That was a fun song to do. Very atmospheric. I waited on doing that song just because I wanted to make sure I did it right. Oh, yes. One of my favorites. Alright, so we got the shield, that's gonna drop, that's gonna drop. Oh, what if that drops? I think I could just loop this song for hours and just be happy. I think that's kind of how it goes with this. The song is so epic. It's so hopeful and awesome at the same time. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 tanks. We're down a healer, but we have 2 tanks. You're telling a warrior tank to tank ads while you have a paladin tank single target? Seriously? Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll try it. I mean, whatever. I mean, pally tanks are like made for multiple target tanking. And warriors are made for like single target tanking. Very efficient at that, but you know. We'll try it. Maybe you like to live dangerously. Game Boy Color soundtracks, yeah. You mean the old Game Boy Zelda games? Yeah, they're good. What class am I playing? I'm playing a warrior. Oh, these Majora's Mask ocarina songs. Man. I always start yawning when it gets dark early like this. What? Level 7 pants? So, the reason why we had to wait is because one of our healers logged on his paladin, who he wanted to bring in for this boss, but he wasn't parked here, he was an Ironforge, so yeah. That's the reason for the wait, guys. But now, we are going to kill the boss. The main boss of this dungeon, General Drakasath. And then we are going to go kill the optional boss, who is harder than this boss. And this boss is not that easy. Unless you have a pro group. So he's having me take the ads, which is pretty funny, but whatever. Let's do it. I guess because I have a taunt, maybe. Giant's elixir. I'm now strong. Thank you so much. This is not Phoenix. This is Valkyrie. The server is called Valkyrie. Better scripted than Phoenix. I would play on Phoenix, but I don't like their server structure. I don't like their server admin things that they like give gear to like the top guilds for free. It's not legit. It feels like you're playing some like rigged version of a private server, which I guess most private servers are. And yeah, if you want to join and play Vanilla WoW, this classic WoW, there's a link under the stream. And everyone in the guild has invite privileges. So, yeah. And you have to be level 3 to whisper or getting invited to a guild. So once you level a character to 3, whisper someone in the guild for an invite. Come on, don't run away from me. Don't run away. Shield wall. Crap, I'm dead. Well, yeah, so this boss is not easy. And I'm not that geared, so doesn't make it any easier. We're down a healer, so. Perfect song for what's happening right now. Oh, that couldn't have been timed. Well, it could have been timed slightly better, but it's pretty much perfect. And this song should be playing while we get res. Does this server allow both Horde and Alliance to be in the same guild? No way, dude. This is Blizz-like, man. This is like playing classic WoW. It's like no different except for the fact that they have donations and it's free to play. This is not the Ocarina of Time official soundtrack. We listened to that before this one, but this is not. Close, but not quite. As far as the way this boss goes, pretty much you would usually have a druid, but our druid decided to leave and bring in his paladin. You'd have a druid sleep one ad, you burn the other ad down, and you have a tank on the boss, hopefully, and another tank on the ad, and that's how you do it. The way we're doing it, because we don't have a druid, is I was tanking both ads, but I couldn't sustain the damage, or the healers couldn't heal me enough, and I died. And yeah, not so good. That was a Russian. Emerald Dream, yeah, that's. So I'm not playing on Phoenix servers, and I don't think I ever will play on a Phoenix server. This is Blackrock Spire. This is Upper Blackrock Spire. What if that drops? I just want to see something like this drop, like a really rare 1% item. Or my shield, please. I want the shield. Recipe Flask of the Titans. That's a rare drop too. Yeah. It's a great flask for me as a tank. Can't put them all empty. So the first times that I ran this kept dropping. The Draconic Infused Emblem. The main problem with this is I'm not that geared. And I don't think we have like fully epicked out healers like we usually do when I run this, because this is not a full guild run, and we don't have a Lotus Spurg in here. Okay. If the shield drops, please express your gratitude in a Hank Hill impression. What? What are you talking about?
You enjoy how similar dwarf lore is in WoW to that of Tolkien? Yeah, I've talked about how before, like, the entire World of Warcraft, the entire Warcraft storyline is heavily based on Tolkien's world. Ret and tank paladins weren't total crap, no. Like, Ret paladins could do a lot of damage once they got really good gear with a good player. Tank paladins pretty much were crap because you just don't have a taunt. Which, a tank without a taunt is... it sucks. So, round 2 on this boss. Nope. Let's see one of these. We get Spirit and Stamina. Nice. I'm ready to kill this boss. Let's do it. Shall we? Majora's Mask. Such a good game. Such a different game than Ocarina of Time. Alright, let's do this. Shield wall last stand is up. Flag. Shield wall's down. It's gonna get scary. Oh man. I think we're doing it. Oh, don't let me die. Don't let me die. Don't let me die. Woohoo! We did it. We did it. We did it. No shield. So I got the trinket again, the dread mist, and a shadow prowlers. Well, time to go kill Valkyrie. The past 4 times I've come on this guy, the shield hasn't dropped, and the one time that I forgot to log on him, the shield dropped. So Valkyrie is even harder than that boss, so it should be interesting. The beast's corpse is still there, not despawned. Apparently he was skinned, but his corpse didn't despawn, according to the guy in our raid. So unfortunately, General Valkyrie does not drop anything that I need at all. Except that shield is better than what I'm using, but I guarantee you, well, I don't know. It's better than what I'm using. Of course, Malsey says the last time he did Valkyrie, 2 shields dropped. Of course. Yeah, absolutely nothing drops from the sky that I need. That's the only warrior item that drops from the sky. And it's pretty crappy. Unless you're level 58 or a fresh 60. It's just not that good. Doesn't have any hit on it or crit. You want me to explain again why I don't play retail WoW? Alright, I'll do it quickly. Basically, the reason why I don't play retail WoW is because they give you so much free stuff really easily, really quickly, without any effort whatsoever, and it doesn't encourage you to play with anyone. You have no reason to group up with anyone for looking for raid. You have no reason to group up with anyone that you know for looking for raid. I mean, you don't have any reason to group up with people that you know for Timeless Isle. You don't have any reason to group up with people that you know for dungeons because they're looking for dungeon. It does not encourage playing with people, your friends, unless you get into the higher end stuff. But even then, the reward of getting like normal raid gear versus looking for raid or flex gear isn't that much better. And for me, it's just not worth the effort because the entire game is just giving you free stuff for no effort and or little effort. You can watch Netflix while you do looking for raid and get fully epicked out. And those epics are actually decent, you know? They're not much worse than flex or normal raid. Timeless Isle, same type of deal. You just run around, and heck, you don't even have to group up with guildies to do a lot of normal raids. You can just pug it, and it doesn't encourage you to. It's not until you get into like the heroic raiding or like high-end PvP stuff that you even have to group with people to get stuff done, which encourages gameplay like this used to be, which is like, I'm grouped up with these people here. We have to, you know, we're grouped up with this on purpose. There was no, you know, looking for raid or anything, looking for dungeon, and you just, you know, it encourages understanding. Okay, well, this guy's a good healer. Okay, blah, blah, blah. This guy isn't good. I don't want to group with him again. You know, that type of thing. Or like, hey, man, you need this. And, you know, you get to know people and you get guilded with people and then you're happy for them to get drops and you're happy for them to progress their character along with you because it helps you as well. And it encourages community, right? There's not battle groups. You just group with random people from your battle group. So, yeah, that's why I'm not playing retail. It is catered too much toward the casual audience who doesn't care about, you know, playing a social game. You know, you're playing with a bunch of random people. It's basically like logging on. It's like if you logged on Facebook or something like that, and your friends list was a bunch of random people that helped you, that you didn't know or didn't care about, but they helped you level in Candy Crush or whatever. You know, like that's what retail WoW feels like to me. And what I'm playing right now, Classic WoW, is the opposite of that. It's back when Blizzard actually had like a vision, and you know, like raids were hard and epic, and they required, you know, and there were only one version of a raid. And so Molten Core was Molten Core. It wasn't like, well, looking for raid Molten Core, Flex Molten Core, normal Molten Core, or Heroic Molten Core. Which one do you want to run? You know, it was just Molten Core, and that was it. And the gear was awesome. You went and got it. And it took 40 people, you know, grouped up. And yeah, that's why. That is why I don't play retail WoW. I played it for 3 weeks as kind of a nostalgia fest. And after that 3 weeks, I was done. That was it. Yeah, it's obvious to anyone who played this game back in Classic. For people who joined WoW later on, it's not obvious. And a lot of people are like, why would you play an old version of WoW? I was talking to one of my friends yesterday about this. I was like, and he didn't play WoW in Classic. He didn't play WoW in BC. He started playing WoW a little bit in Wrath of the Lich King, right? And by Wrath, they'd already implemented all that stuff that I was talking about, except for looking for raid. And Wrath was still a pretty good expansion. But he didn't understand why anyone would want to go back and play Classic WoW. But unless you've played Classic WoW, you don't understand how much more meaty the game was and how much less sugary the game was. Like, WoW nowadays is just like a sugar-coated festival, you know? Free everything, have everything you want. You don't have to group with anyone that you know, just group with random people. We'll give you loot. Go do this, you know, push this button, you'll join a raid, it'll teleport you to the dungeon. It's like, that's really tasty and sweet and sugary and yummy, but there's no real food in there, you know? To get the real food, you have to, like, get hardcore and get into the hardcore raiding scene with the hardcore PvP scene, and by then, it's these little sects of people who are off by themselves, and they're insane because they do all this insane content all the time, and, you know, they like to smash their heads up against bosses, which, you know, is kind of like this game used to be, but it's such a small section of the game that it's just not even worth it, because you go to Ironforge after you defeat some heroic bosses, and you're wearing that heroic boss's gear. Well, someone's wearing the same gear as you, it's just a different color because it was a different tier of the raid, the looking for raid version or the normal version. It's just like, it doesn't make, it's so diluted. It feels diluted to me. It feels shallow compared to how old WoW was, like, deep and awesome. And man, like, the classes were so different back then. Now all classes are like homogenized. You can have the same keybinds for every single class, and it pretty much works exactly the same because they're the same. Like, classes got more and more and more and more similar as the game went on. Yeah, Murloc with a gun says that there are no consequences in retail WoW. People became hostile once their Dungeon Finder was implemented. That's another thing. It's like, you have the whole anonymity thing. It's like when you group with someone in a Dungeon Finder or a random PvP group, which, you know, you're grouping with people in a battle group and you'll never see them again probably. You don't have any reason to be cool to them. You don't have any reason to be yourself. You can be a little naggy troll or, you know, call them names, and it doesn't matter because you'll never see them again. But back in Classic, like, especially on a private server like this, it's like, you get to know people, and you understand who people are, how they play, what they want out of playing, and it's like it's a more close-knit thing. It feels like you're playing in a community. You actually look forward to playing with people and not just random. You know what I'm saying? It's like it encourages community, and Modern WoW does not. Doesn't at all. It's not designed to. You can have community if you want. You have to try, but there's no reason to. So, yeah, those of you who did play Classic WoW, especially in-game Classic WoW and leveling all the way to 60, you know what I'm talking about. If you played in BC, then you know a little bit, you know, it depends. If you've played like me, like every single expansion, at least a little bit. I barely played Pandaria, but I played every single expansion a lot besides Pandaria. you understand what I'm talking about. If you didn't play Classic, you know, you won't understand what I'm talking about unless you come and play on this server. All right, here we go. Oh, you can't fear those guys. Okay, this guy hits hard. He locks you down. The ads lock you down. They stun you. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Kill him. Oh, yeah. DPS are not killing the ads fast enough. So, yeah, that boss is really hard. Someone asked how all the holidays work on this server. They work just like they did back in vanilla. Yeah, bots are a big problem in retail. I joined a Ventrilo server the other day, one of my friend's Ventrilo servers, and one of those guys was actually botting as he was talking to me. And he says he's botted, what, 9 or 10 characters to 90. And he continually runs the bots and bots them 24/7, you know, getting gold and stuff. And Blizzard does care about bots, but there's some very crafty programs that allow you to get by with botting, and it doesn't seem like they're doing enough, honestly. Do these guys not despawn? Yeah, most top guilds in WoW openly say they bot like crazy. You kind of have to keep up with the other people that are botting. And plus, it's just a very easy way to make gold. Yeah, bots are a harsh reality of games. When I was playing Diablo 3 and they had the real money auction house thing, there were a lot of people botting characters, and a lot of bots were getting banned, but every time they would do a big ban wave, it was still profitable for them to like start new characters on a new bot and just keep going until Blizzard did another ban wave. And it doesn't feel like Blizzard has enough of a system that like that targets bots immediately when they start. It seems like they just kind of wait. Okay, let's do a monthly ban. Wait 2 months. Let's do another ban. And for a game like World of Warcraft, where the people they're paying for the bots, so the bots are actually paying $15 a month to play. Even they're damaging the economy, but it's still lining Blizzard's wallets, Activision's wallets. Yeah, and you're right. A lot of people don't report bots that they see. If more people reported bots, maybe they'd do more. But I remember reporting bots back in Wrath, BC even, and just watching the bots continually play. The GMs would even message me saying, we're aware of the situation, but we have to verify that they're a bot first or something like that. And the bots would just keep playing. Yeah, and I do realize banning innocent players would be a PR hit, but as long as you observe... Oh, nice. The ads despawned. Yeah, I do realize they gather data on bots. And, you know, botting is something that I've never had, you know, much experience with, and I don't really understand the whole scene. I do realize it's a thing, and I don't know.